These are some hard truths you need to know as a photographer because I see your whiny comments down below and someone needs to lay it bare for you. I've been told I'm a little bit miserable on these videos and misery sells, so here we go, let's dive right in. Right then, number one, the main reason you're not getting work, and let me preface this with the reason I know this is because I work with a lot of photographers on a one-to-one basis and I see insane amounts of portfolios and I get people sending me their portfolios because I also work as an agent at large. The number one reason is, well, it's actually two. Your work sucks. If you think it's good and you're not getting work, it's because it sucks. If you're sending it into agents and you're not getting work, it's because it sucks. Now, if you're sitting there going, my work does not suck, you may be right, but it means your personality does. There are two reasons I would sign a photographer. One is because their work's good, and two is because they're an amazing person to be around. If they're amazing, we can teach them photography. If their work's great, we can probably hide the personality. It's one of those two reasons. Whenever I go, why did I not get that repeat job? It's for one of two reasons. Either I was an idiot on set and they do not like me, or my work sucks. That's it. And you're probably going to have pricing, or you can change your pricing. It's very difficult to change the quality of your work or your personality. Believe me, I've tried. It's not an easy thing to do. Next hard truth. If you think your camera is holding you back and you bought it or it was made from 2005 onward, you're delusional. There isn't a bad camera on the market made from 2005 onward. How camera companies keep getting you to buy new cameras is beyond me. I don't get it. 5D Mark II, which I think was 2005, 2008. 5D Mark I, which I had before then. The only reason I say get the 5D Mark II and not the Mark I is because when they changed the bit depth in computers, or the bit rate in computers, you could no longer tether the Mark I, but it's still a great camera. There are no bad cameras. There are no bad cameras. Your camera is not holding you back. I promise you. The next thing I get is, oh, I live here, there's no work, there's not this, there's not that. I live in, move. If the industry you want to work in doesn't exist where you are, move. And if you're going, I don't want to move, that's fine. Don't expect the career. Now, a lot of you are going, well, you don't live in London, Scott, and you've managed to make it. It was nigh on impossible. It was so hard. So hard. If I could have my time again, I would hop on a train, move myself down to London and sleep in a hallway somewhere. Now, one of the things I see a lot of very negative, bitter people saying is there's no money to be made in photography anymore. Wrong. There is a lot of money to be made in photography. I would not be doing it if there wasn't. It would be a hobby that I do at the shed at the bottom of the garden. I also wouldn't be representing photographers because that is directly related to there being money in photography. If there is no money in photography, there's certainly no money in representing photographers. There is money in photography. There always has been. It's not changed drastically over the years. The thing is, before this, a few people made it in photography. The internet came and all these people who weren't making it started piping up. Those people always existed. They just didn't have a platform to voice it on. You can make money in photography. There is more photography being commissioned today than ever before. Just look at the previous points. Now, this one you're going to kind of like, which is good. Social media matters is what people are saying. You've got to have a big social media following. You've got to be big on Instagram, on TikTok is what we say to the kids to embarrass them. But TikTok, you don't. Most of the top photographers I know do not have social media. Yes, I think they're fools for not having it, but it's not a necessity. If your work is good, your work is good. I use it because it takes minimal time and it's very easy to do and it's free. I think you'd be a fool not to, but you don't have to be on social media and you certainly don't need a big following. So with all of this information, what do you need to go and do? Well, you need to go and do the work. The biggest thing I notice from photographers that I work with in my one-to-one mentorship program or with portfolio reviews, those who are successful work, those who are not, don't. Those who are not successful, they rage against everything I say. They refuse to do the things I tell them. Often we spend the entire 3 months trying to get them to do the first point, whereas other people go, yeah, let's crack on, let's do some work, let's get going. Those people are successful. I can almost tell instantly whether you'll be successful or not just based on that. So have a sit down with yourself, have a long stare in the mirror and go, do I really want this career? Because if you do, it is there, it is available, you can do it, and it does make good money, but you've got to put in the work. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.